I was forced to marry my bully. Then he fell in love with me. Part 3, the wedding announcement. You come here often? Ethan turned quickly. For a second, his expression showed surprise. Then it disappeared. Noah, you're avoiding my question. Ethan sighed. You're following me now? I prefer the word investigating. That's worse. Noah ignored the comment. Who sent me this? He held up his phone. Ethan's expression changed immediately. What message? Noah showed him. The moment Ethan read it, all humor disappeared. Where did you get this? Someone sent it. Who? If I knew, I wouldn't be asking. Ethan looked genuinely worried, not for himself, for Noah. And that scared Noah. Tell me the truth. Ethan was silent. No more secrets. For several seconds, Ethan looked like he was fighting with himself. Finally, he sat down. And Noah realized something. Ethan Blackwood wasn't avoiding the conversation because he didn't trust him. He was avoiding it because he was afraid. When I was younger, Ethan began, my family had a problem. Noah sat across from him. What kind of problem? My father built the Blackwood Company from nothing. But success creates enemies. He looked down. People wanted what my family had. Noah listened quietly. When I was 14, someone tried to use me to hurt my family. Noah frowned. What happened? Ethan's hands tightened. I was kidnapped. The word hit Noah unexpectedly. What? For 3 days. Silence. Noah didn't know what to say. Ethan continued. My family paid what they wanted. I was rescued. He looked away. But after that, everything changed. Noah understood. A person couldn't go through something like that and stay the same. They became more protective. Ethan nodded. Too protective. He gave a small, bitter laugh. They stopped seeing me as their son. They started seeing me as the future head of the family. Noah looked at him. And that's why you act the way you do? Ethan looked confused. What do you mean? At school, Noah paused. The confidence, the arrogance, acting like nobody can hurt you. Ethan looked away. Maybe. For once, Noah didn't have a sarcastic reply. Because suddenly, Ethan's behavior made more sense. The person everyone admired was someone who had learned to hide weakness. But that still doesn't answer my question. Ethan looked at him. What question? Why me? The room became quiet. Ethan looked surprised. Then he smiled sadly. You really don't know? No, you were the only person who wasn't afraid of me. Noah frowned. That can't be the only reason. It wasn't. Ethan stood. He walked toward the window. When I first saw you, everyone was trying to impress me. He looked outside. But you argued with me over a chair. Noah almost smiled. You still remember that? I remember everything about you. The words made Noah look away. Ethan continued. You didn't care about my family name. You didn't care about my money. He turned back. You treated me like everyone else. Noah was quiet. That was the first time I felt normal. For some reason, that hurt, because Noah realized something. The Ethan everyone hated was not the real Ethan. It was the armor he wore. Before Noah could say anything, Ethan's phone rang. He looked at the screen. His expression changed. Who is it? Ethan didn't answer, then he picked up. Yes? A pause, his face became serious. I understand, I had to. He ended the call. Noah immediately noticed. Something happened. Ethan looked at him. We need to leave. What? Now. Why? Ethan hesitated then, because someone broke into the Blackwood house. Noah froze. What? They weren't looking for money. A cold feeling went through Noah. What were they looking for? Ethan looked at him. You. The drive back was silent. Noah's mind was racing. Someone had entered Ethan's home. Someone had sent him warnings. Someone knew about the marriage. And now Ethan was saying they were after him. When they arrived, the mansion was surrounded by security. Ethan immediately walked faster. Noah followed. Inside, several guards were speaking quietly. Then Ethan stopped. On the floor near the entrance was a single envelope. Noah looked at it. His name was written on the front. Noah Carter. His heart dropped. Ethan stepped in front of him. Don't touch it! But it was too late. Noah had already seen the message written on the back. 3 words. We warned you. Ethan's face became cold. A side of him Noah had never seen before. Not the school prince. Not the arrogant heir. Something much more dangerous. And Noah realized something terrifying. The marriage wasn't just about family promises. It was about survival. The mansion had never felt so quiet. Noah stood in the entrance hall, staring at the envelope with his name written across it. 3 words. We warned you. Those words should not have scared him, but they did. Not because of the threat itself, because of what it meant. Someone was watching him. Someone knew about the marriage. Someone knew enough to break into one of the most heavily guarded homes in the country, and somehow they wanted Noah afraid. Ethan stepped closer and took the envelope from the table. His expression was unreadable. You're leaving tomorrow. Noah looked at him. What? Ethan didn't look at him. I'll arrange everything. No, Ethan finally turned. Noah. No, his voice was firm. I just heard someone threaten me, and your solution is to send me away? Yes. The answer was immediate. Too immediate. Noah stared at him. You already decided? Because it's the safest option. For who? Ethan didn't answer, and Noah knew. For me? Silence. For you? Ethan looked away. Noah laughed quietly, but there was no humor in it. Of course. What does that mean? It means you always do this, Ethan frowned. Do what? Decide things for me? Noah, you think protecting me means pushing me away? Ethan's jaw tightened. You don't understand. Then explain. I can't. There it is again. Noah shook his head. The same answer every time. Ethan looked frustrated because he knew Noah was right. I can't lose you. The words came out so quietly that Noah almost missed them. The room went still. For a moment, neither of them moved. Noah looked at Ethan, really looked at him. Not the Ethan everyone at school knew, not the arrogant heir, not the boy who always acted like nothing affected him. Just Ethan, a person who was scared. You think sending me away will make you feel better? Ethan didn't respond. Noah stepped closer. It won't. You don't know that. I do. Ethan looked at him. Why? Because for the first time, Noah understood something. Ethan wasn't trying to control him. He was terrified. Terrified that if Noah stayed close, he would get hurt. You spent years acting like you didn't care about anyone. Noah's voice softened. But you do. Ethan looked away. You don't know me. I know enough. Noah, I know you pretend you're fine when you're not. Ethan froze. I know you act confident because you're afraid people will see you're hurting. The silence that followed felt different, not uncomfortable, just honest. And I know you have spent your whole life protecting everyone except yourself. Ethan looked at him, and Noah saw something he had never seen before. Ethan Blackwood had no idea how to respond. The next few minutes were quiet. Then Ethan said, when I first met you, Noah listened. I hated that you weren't afraid of me. Noah raised an eyebrow. That's a strange thing to admit. I know. Ethan gave a small smile, but it was true. He looked down. Everyone around me treated me differently because of my name. A pause. But you didn't. Noah remembered the arguments, the fights, the way he refused to step aside. I thought if I annoyed you enough, you'd finally pay attention to me. Noah sighed. Your method was terrible. I know. You were actually very good at making me hate you. I know. That almost made Noah smile. Almost. But somewhere along the way, Ethan stopped. Noah waited. Somewhere along the way, I stopped wanting your attention. He looked at Noah. I started wanting your happiness. Noah's heart skipped because Ethan wasn't saying it like a dramatic confession. He was saying it like the truth, something he had been carrying alone for a long time. A loud sound suddenly interrupted them. A crash from upstairs. Both of them turned. Ethan immediately moved in front of Noah, protecting him without thinking. Noah noticed, even now, even when Ethan was afraid. His first instinct was still to protect him. Security rushed into the room. Master Ethan. What happened? Someone accessed the east wing. Ethan's expression changed. How? We don't know. Noah looked around. The threat wasn't over. Not even close. Then one of the guards approached. Sir, he held out a small device. We found this inside the envelope. Ethan took it. His face changed as he read the message. Noah stepped closer. What does it say? Ethan hesitated, then handed it to him. Noah read the words. and felt his blood run cold. The marriage will not happen. Below it was another sentence. If Ethan Blackwood cannot let go of his weakness, we will remove it. Noah understood immediately. The weakness was him. Ethan grabbed the paper from his hand. Noah, you need to leave. No. This is serious. I know. You don't understand the danger. No. Noah looked directly at him. I understand exactly. Ethan stared. Noah, I spent years thinking you were my enemy. A pause, but I was wrong about you. Ethan said nothing. And now when things get dangerous, you expect me to walk away? It's not your fight. Noah shook his head. Maybe not. He stepped closer. But I'm already part of it. The word surprised Ethan, not because Noah was brave, because Noah meant them. I don't want to leave. Ethan's eyes widened slightly. Noah took a breath. The answer was harder than he expected, because this wasn't about the marriage agreement anymore. It wasn't about their families. It wasn't about duty. It was about Ethan. Because for the first time, Noah looked at him. I think I finally see you. Ethan went silent, and for the first time since Noah had known him, he looked completely speechless. Later that night, Noah returned to his room, but he wasn't the same person who had entered the mansion days ago. Before, he had been trapped, forced into a situation he hated. Now, things were different. He was still confused, still angry about many things, still unsure what the future would bring. But he knew one thing. Ethan Blackwood was no longer just his bully. He was someone who had been carrying pain alone, someone who had chosen to protect him, someone Noah was beginning to care about, and that scared him. Across the mansion, Ethan stood in his office. He looked at the security footage from the break-in. Then his expression changed, because the person who entered the mansion was not a stranger. It was someone close to the Blackwood family, someone they trusted. His phone rang. Ethan answered. A voice spoke from the other side. You made your choice. Ethan's expression hardened. Yes. Then you know what happens next. A pause. Ethan looked toward Noah's room. For years, he had been fighting alone. But now, someone had chosen to stand beside him. I won't let you touch him. The voice laughed. We'll see. The call ended. Ethan stared at the screen, because the real battle had not even started. And this time, he wasn't only fighting for his family. He was fighting for Noah.